Of course, we've also got the Victorian Premier, Dan Andrews, who's under fire over his Belt and Road policy with China. There are accusations, even among his own federal Labor colleagues in Canberra, that he's putting Victoria's interest above the national interest. But I see the Prime Minister and the Indian Prime Minister, Modi, spoke very appreciatively yesterday with each other about trade ties with India. Is it time that we severed, or not severed, but certainly wound back our reliance on China and embraced countries like India?
Well, I think it's been clear for a while that we've needed to diversify our trading relationships, and that's why I've been a big supporter of boosting relations with countries like India. We've benefited significantly from the rise of China, and we all had a hope that China would continue to liberalise and go on a path of greater democracy. That has not happened, clearly, and the behaviour of the Chinese government over the past couple of years has been very, very disappointing. Now, we can't change that. They're their own country. We've just got to respond in a way that maintains our independence and reduces our vulnerabilities. And the way to do that is to make sure we don't have too many eggs in one basket and try and spread that risk. And that's why these discussions this week are so important with the Indian Prime Minister. India is a country that will overtake China in terms of population the next decade. It did have the fastest economic growth of any major country in the world until these recent coronavirus events. It's got huge potential, and we've got a lot to offer India, and a lot to get back in return as well. That's why I was such a big supporter of the Adani project. I mean, thank God we got that away. Imagine how weaker we'd be right now if Bill Shorten had got elected, Jackie Trad got her wish, and the Adani mine had been knocked off. We would not have had this potential diversification, potential alternative trade with another big country right now.
Well, that was my next question. I noticed that Adani today announced a particular stage of the project going ahead, 600 extra jobs. And look, it didn't look good there for a while, with Shorten on track to win last year and Jackie Trad urging miners to reskill. The relationship with Adani, and in particular India, was very much at stake over this. So in many respects, I think the Adani project proceeding has helped our relationship with India and the trade benefits that come with that.
There's no doubt it has, Peter. I visited India a number of times when I was Minister for Resources, and this was a constant topic of discussion, particularly given Indian businesses have often been told that it's hard to do business in India by Australian businesses. But then an Indian business comes to Australia and they had to wait 10 years to get a simple approval for a major project. They were led on by the Queensland government. Originally, the Bligh government encouraged them to come to Queensland. And then after they'd gone through all the hoops and spent a lot of money, the Jackie Trad got in and the thing completely turned around. So they were bemused by it all, and it was very positive to have that project proceed. And for all those people out there denigrating the company, complaining about coal, as I say now, the people of Central Queensland, the people of North Queensland who voted en masse to support that project last year have been vindicated in the events of the last few months, because thank God we do have now a burgeoning trade relationship with India to rest back on. Nothing can replace the trade we have with China overnight, but an old Chinese proverb says, when's the best time to start planting a tree? Well, it was probably 20 years ago, but the next best time is today. And what we've got to do today is get on with the job of diversifying our trade relationship.